What's going on, everybody? Hey, it's Matt, and this video I'm going to talk about exactly what it says in the description. 16,000, almost 16,000 restaurants since COVID has hit have permanently closed. And maybe your favorite restaurant or your restaurant has actually been affected by this. Not only that, but the people that work there, the livelihoods that it provides to them, has seriously been impacted. And I do videos, talk about restaurant marketing. It's one of the things that my business does, my company does, is help restaurants track money walking in through the door and develop VIP customer lists so that they can market to them over and over again without having to spend money to reach the same people. And so I wanted to share the strategy that we use. It's no secret if you've seen any of my videos. If you go back and you watch, you'll find these tips in there and this strategy in there. So, but this strategy specifically has resulted in over $500,000 in trackable sales for clients that I've personally worked with, restaurants that I've personally worked with across the country. And then I know other restaurant marketers who are my colleagues and friends who have used this same exact strategy, and it's brought in millions of dollars. If we add it all up, it's millions and millions of dollars across the world that this strategy has brought in for restaurants. And so I wanted to share it here because I don't want one more restaurant to close. I don't want one more, family or any of these things to be affected from restaurant closures due to them not having enough business. So if you are a restaurant owner, I hope this helps you. If you're not a restaurant owner, I really hope you share this with somebody you know that is a restaurant owner or that works in a restaurant, because it's powerful. The proof is in the trackable return on investment that we've got for it. So diving in, I'll just dive right into the strategy right now. Number one thing you want to do is you want to spend money on advertising. How many restaurants are there in town, and how many restaurants do you know of that are trying to reach out to you via advertising, that aren't relying on a name brand that maybe you do know or you don't know, or relying on location, or relying on who knows what, a sign out front to let people know that they're open, to think that that's going to bring in business? Even the best companies, the biggest companies, they advertise. And the reason why is it's because it's so cheap to advertise if you do it in the right spot. I'm not talking about a billboard. I'm not talking about in the magazines. I'm not talking about, signs and sign spinners if you're, in places where they do that, or even in Google. I'm talking about Facebook and Instagram. Gary Vaynerchuk, who's a social media influencer, he talks about this all the time, that's the most underpriced attention that's out there right now. Social media advertising is the single most underpriced attention. And you can reach people, like literally, I have an ad up right now for a food page that I've got that's local in Southern California, and I'm spending $3 a day. And I've reached, I don't even know, at least 500 people in one day. And that's a small reach. I'm not advertising to every single person. But even if you went out and you were the most social person in your city and you went out and told everyone you know about your friend's restaurant, how many people do you think you could tell in a day? I guarantee you not 500, right? Because you even tell 500 people in a week. But you can reach thousands and thousands of people every single day on Facebook and on Instagram. So that's the foundation, number one. You want to be spending money on Facebook and Instagram on advertising. You want to be spending between $10 and $12 a day at minimum. Because $10 to $12 a day at minimum, you think about it, it's $300 a month at minimum. If you're boosting posts on Facebook and on Instagram, you're spending at least that. And so $10 to $12 a day with a proper strategy can get you very, very far, very far. In fact, $10 to $12, we're spending $10 a day on a restaurant that I'm working with right now on the East Coast. It's a fast, casual, healthy kind of place that serves smoothies and acai bowls and things like that. And year over year, with the only difference being them working with us, they're up 90%. 90%. And I guarantee you, with our system that we have, that we put into place for restaurants, we're not tracking all 90% of those increase of sales and increase in revenue. But the sole factor is it's coming in from us. So the foundation, number one, is you want to be running Facebook and Instagram ads. And in those Facebook and Instagram ads, you want to be talking about several key things. You want to be talking about, if you as the owner, your vision for the restaurant, why you started it, what's your backstory. Tell a story. Tell us a story. Because stories sell. You've heard this. Stories sell. So we want to hear a story about you as the restaurant owner. What brought you to bring this restaurant into existence? Why are you there? Why are you passionate about the food? What is it about your restaurant that's unique? Start there. Then talk about your food, obviously. Right? If you make a new dish, talk about everything that went into the dish. Tell us a story about the dish. This is my mom's favorite dish, and I decided to recreate it, and here's what I did, and here's what I did, and here's what I did. But do a video about that, or at the very least, an image post. Third thing you can do, get your staff involved. Empower your staff to use their phones, give them access to your page, and tell them this is the type of things we're looking for. User-generated type content, or if we have customers that come in that are great customers, take pictures, appreciate the customers. Have that on the page. And also with the customers, or with your employees, you want to appreciate your employees. Talk about what's their favorite menu item, what do they love about working there. These are all great things to do. On top of that, you can do contests. Now, I see a lot of contests on local Facebook groups where they say, hey, if you go like our page and give us a follow on Facebook and on Instagram and choose a number between 1 and 500 or 1 and 1,000, you'll be entered to win this free meal. And so on its face, it sounds good, right? Because who wouldn't want more likes and more followers and things like that? But the thing is that you have to realize is that likes and followers don't matter on Facebook and on Instagram. Likes and followers are a vanity metric, because even if you have the greatest like social media content and posts and things like that, you're going to probably reach 20 to 30% of the people who actually like your page. It's because they're not engaging with it and they're not interacting with it. So to reach the rest of those people, you have to pay. That's just the way that it is. So a separate strategy, and a much better strategy in my opinion, proven through $500,000 in sales and plus even more than that, is you want to use that data. All of your marketing, every single piece of it, should be for you to grow a database. Should be for you to allow you to get to know your customers on a deeper level, more than just, oh yeah, that's Bill, or that's Susie, or whoever that is. They come in, I see them a few times a month. And not knowing that about the people that everyone that comes in. So use every piece of your marketing to drive people to an offer that they can claim and come in the store and redeem, but give it in exchange for something. I'm not talking about a coupon where they can clip it and they can come in. Give some type of offer where it's an irresistible type offer that you give in exchange for their name, their email, and their phone number. Now you have the permission to follow up with them later, afterwards, and invite them back into your restaurant for other things. Offers, special events, different things that you're doing. But if you're not using every single piece of your marketing to build yourself a database, when the times come, and they will come again, there'll be something else that will happen in your lifetime multiple times. In my lifetime, there'll be multiple things that will happen. And so what you need to do is, if you have this database of people that you can talk to, that you can communicate with, that you know, and you can reach out to them whenever you would like, and they're happy to hear from you, well, now you have an asset. And when you have assets in business, then you can take things to the next level. So all of your marketing should point towards building a database. Spend money to build the database, not to get immediate sales. When you spend money to build your database and not get immediate sales, then you can use that database to drive sales for years and years and years to come. And you can start to learn more about your customers and develop a more personalized experience for them. So think about yourself. If you go somewhere and they have a great personalized experience for you, well, you're going to feel really good. You're going to be like, man, this was amazing. Think about that, and being able to do that for your customers and more of them, how much more buzz that will generate for your restaurant, how much more positive attention that'll generate for your restaurant. But then on top of that, make the offer that you have when you put it out there in exchange for somebody's information an offer that's redeemable. And that's what I do. We build systems, we build databases that are redeemable offers, that are VIP style programs. Think credit card, VIP rewards, and things like that. This is deals that they can't get anywhere else. They have to give you their name, email, phone number to get it. because that's going to build your database, that's going to build your asset for your business. And imagine if at the beginning of everything with the pandemic, you had 5,000 people, 6,000 people, 10,000 people, 20,000 people to reach out to, where you could send them a message and said, hey, we would really love you to come in and support us. Here's a $5 off deal. Here's a $10 off deal, whatever kind of deal you wanted to do. But if you have a list of people that you can send to, well, now you have power. And that's the power of being able to use all your marketing to drive into a database that you can then drive sales from down the road. And that's the strategy. It's simple. It's a simple strategy. It's not easy to execute. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. And, you know, dear God, we wouldn't have 16,000 closures of restaurants. And I'm hoping that we're not going to have any more. But literally, I have, with my business, if you're watching at this point and you're a restaurant owner or you know a restaurant owner, I've got a 60-day marketing bailout program that I am doing for restaurants, and I'm allowing the restaurant owners to use the program that we have that's been responsible for over $500,000 in sales and track sales, use it for 60 days for free. All they got to do is spend a little bit of money for the advertising, because obviously we can't cover the Facebook advertising for them. But what I do with the databases and building that and all the ads and all the experience and everything like that, it's completely free for 60 days. And yeah, you know, at the end, I'm going to ask them to buy. I'm going to ask them to continue on, because I'm expecting they're going to get great results. However, what's the key issue now is that something needs to be done now, right? If you don't do anything to change, nothing will change. And, you know, I just don't want another restaurant to go out of business. If you want more in depth on these strategies, reach out to me, message me. There's other videos on here you can watch that are more in depth, and I'm happy to share that with you. I'm happy to employ this for you for 60 days for free, and you just spend money like $100 minimum on advertising. However, you know, and then at the end you could say, you know what, thanks, and part ways. That's totally cool. If not, you know, please just, I don't know what else I can say. That's it. That's the strategy. There's nothing much else to it. Like I said, it's simple, not easy to execute. So if you guys want that executed in your restaurant, or somebody you know could benefit from this, please reach out. Please message them. Please tag them in here. Please share this with them. And that's it. That's all I got, guys. So hopefully it was helpful to you. Like I said, if there's any things that are unclear for you, reach out. I'm happy to help, happy to assist for free to put this into place for your restaurant. Later.